Man, this week, Ghost of Mars out of right court, left center,
Ghost of
Hail
Mars.
Mary.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit!
What kind of crap are you going to talk about this movie?
This dude right here, this guy right here, Mr. Ice Cube, is the topic of discussion today.
Hold on, before we get any further, I know it's usually your thing, but that's the perfect time to go into it.
Warning. This podcast is about the horror genre, specifically horror films. As most horror movies are filled with coarse language, violence, and/or gore, the topics and language of the cast of the pod will also reflect the genre. If you have any issues with the aforementioned warnings, please press stop. However, if you have no issue with adult language, movie violence, or the accoutrement that accompanies horror films, please feel free to continue. You have been warned.
Bam. All right, we're back. Castthepod.com, which takes you to a place where you can go to all our social media. Well, most of ours, I think, well, no, there's still some social medias missed on there, but it's Cast of the Pod. Or you could hit up Cobweb 411 on Instagram at Cobweb 411. Deb's over here somewhere. Where are you at, Deb?
I'm right here.
Okay, so we are the Cast of the Pod podcast. I'm jumping all ahead of us. I'm Josh.
I'm Cobweb.
And I'm Deb.
And Deb's over there.
In the background.
Spoiler alert, that's her fault because her computer her computer room ain't ready. So that's...
It's taking a while.
Her computer area.
You know, that's just life. You know, sometimes you just don't have time, you know, and it's not like, you know, we have like a bunch of Patreon people, you know, excluding the ones that we have in 3P Club 3P that are, you know, contributing to the Deborah computer room fund.
That's true. There's not many, but they are a tough crew. Shout out Club 3P. Thank you to every single one of y'all.
Yes, thank you.
And I got an idea. Uh-oh. I'm gonna reach out on Patreon to y'all, because I've been waiting for the two designs for Cast of the Pod. That's why the shirts haven't gone out. But I have another idea to circumvent that. But I'll hit y'all up on Patreon. So we're talking about the 2001, 24 years ago, 2001 film Ghost of Mars from one of our favorites, John Carpenter.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love John Carpenter. He's the coolest.
Written by Larry Sulkus and John Carpenter, stars Natasha Hensbrigg. She was huge back then, right?
Who is that?
Natasha Hensbrigg.
The main person? The main girl?
The blondie.
Okay.
Yeah, she was in that movie Species, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Ice Cube and Pam Grier. I forgot Miss Brown was in there.
Yeah, right? This is like when she was making her comeback.
Yep. Oh, you know who else is in this movie? Well, you know who's in this movie.
Jason.
Jason Statham. One of the sexiest men in the world, according to one of those magazine type things. But this is when he wasn't shaving his head and he had his bad male pattern baldness showing. So they just kind of had him like the second-hand guy there.
You know what the best movie I've ever seen him in?
What's that?
Snatch.
Dude, that movie is, yeah. Dude, that's a top 10 movie.
I have to watch that tonight.
Top 10 movie for me.
Yeah, it is. That's you like dicks?
What?
You like dicks? You like dicks?
Oh, you mean dogs? Yeah, I like dogs. Yeah.
You watch that tonight?
Yeah, we'll watch it after this. You know who else is in this movie?
Who else?
Robert Carradine. Do you know who Robert Carradine is?
Why does that sound familiar?
Not the guy from Kung Fu or anything like that.
That's David.
David Carradine. Robert Carradine was he was from Revenge of the Nerds. He was the main
guy.
He was the main nerd.
Oh man, yeah.
The one that had the mask on. The one that had the mask on, and then he went down on old girl, and then he picked up the mask. He's like, "Surprise, it's me!" And you can't be doing that in movies no more, Mr. Creepy Guy.
No, you can't.
She fell in love with them. I'm in love with a nerd.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what she told.
Catfish.
That's what she told the
Mhm.
quarterback guy.
Okay,
Oh
let's
man.
let's go into the MDiv. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah, I'm down.
Ready for this? Oh, sorry. In 2176, a Martian police unit is sent to pick up a highly dangerous criminal at a remote mining post. Upon arrival, the cops find that the post has become a carnal house. Actually, it says a charnel house.
A charnel?
Charnel house. Who the
What?
fuck uses charnel?
What's a charnel?
I have no idea.
Is it like a churro?
With
A churro?
with like cinnamon and
Yeah.
Churros are good.
Churros are good.
this is what the people said, and it's actually from IMDb staff. 200 years into the future, a Martian police unit is dispatched to transport a dangerous prisoner from a mining outpost back to justice. But when the team arrives, they find the town deserted and some inhabitants possessed by the former inhabitants of the planet. That kind of makes more sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, way to go, IMDb staff. You don't stand a ghost of a chance.
That's the tags of this movie.
It's their planet. We are the aliens.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is
Terror
true.
is the same on any planet.
No, it's not.
Forget the rules. Abandon your fears. Save your soul.
First of all, I don't understand why they even on Mars what are they doing there?
Bruh.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to say that. Cobweb in the house.
Baby.
Oh,
Bruh.
I'm sorry. Cobweb in the house, baby.
There you go.
Wait, I did. Wait. One more time. Take two.
Oh, shit. Go ahead.
Cobweb in the house, baby.
Sound like you're falling.
Wait,
Yeah.
while you're doing the echo effect, you don't have to pull away from the mic. 'Cause we already have the echo
It was
effect.
like Cobweb just jumped off the cliff. Like, bye, Cobweb. We'll see you later.
He's no longer in the house.
Okay, come on. We gotta hold it together. We gotta hold it together for Ice Cube.
Goes to Mars. We saw it on the Roku channel, or is it
Yeah,
on?
it was on the Roku
Is
channel.
it on Tubi or something like that?
No, it's just like on Roku.
We're not affiliated or anything like that. Don't do us no good to rent it or buy it, but you can get it on Amazon Prime and all that stuff. But yeah,
Or Roku for free.
Or Roku.
Roku channel for free.
You just have to deal with the commercials.
Commercials. Man, we
Yeah,
got
because sometimes you need a break from this movie. Okay, sometimes
Yeah,
you need
you
a
do.
really fucking break.
Well, you know what? The commercial placement on this one was not bad.
Yeah.
Because sometimes on these movies, if they got commercials, you're watching on Tubi or you're watching it on
it's like
Roku or
mid-
whatever, and it's right in the middle of the, and then boom, right in the middle of action or right in the middle of a reveal. It's like that's a dumb part.
Or they're talking and it's right in the middle of a word.
Hey, you ever notice that? And then, yeah,
Yeah.
But this was a good placement, like Josh said, because it gave me time to ask questions.
Brother.
Yeah, same here. I was asking questions to myself from time to time. I was like,
Did you answer yourself?
well, I asked myself, what
Excuse
the hell
me,
is this? What year did this movie come out?
2001. It cost $28 million to make.
It seemed like this movie came out in the earlier 90s. The way that it was
That's
filmed.
just your memory, brother. I hate to tell you, but we're getting up on in the ages, and like, what was the other movie the other day? We were like, oh man, this movie is back from like '89. Then we looked it up. It's 2006.
Oh,
I don't remember.
No, but I know what you're talking about. It has that feel and that look. It's like I remember HD being in like the mid '90s, but nope. This definitely has that almost not after school special, but
like Silver Bullet.
yeah. It's got that look.
Yeah,
So
like it was
you're
filmed in a
you're-
studio or something like that. You know what I mean? That's what it seems like to me.
Well, there's a
You
whole
know?
bunch of like, what do you call it, maquettes in the background, and the models and you know what I mean. Just they didn't use as much CGI and all that.
Yeah, I agree.
I can appreciate.
Now, these guys were supposed to be top notch. What would they call them? Like they were like the
Top-flight
super police.
security of the world, Craig. You should have did it, Deborah.
Do it, yeah. What was it? What are they supposed to be here? They're the top flight.
Nah, they're
like
just
cops.
cops. They're just cops. That's all. So for the reason they're on Mars is because Elon sent them out there.
With the Starlink.
No, not the Starlink. The
Oh.
Starlink is for the internet. He sent it with the SpaceX.
Oh, with the SpaceX.
Como que,
Okay.
you know, the SpaceX. No, but
With the Tesla.
they're on a Tesla rocket,
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
and they're terraforming the planet, which means that they're getting it ready to make it inhabitable. I've never liked the word inhabitable because it sounds like not habitable.
Because it was inhabitable.
'Cause
Okay.
it was
Wait.
inhabitable, so they're trying to make it habitual. No, that's not it. Habitatuable.
Habitatual. Yeah, you said that right.
Habitable.
Because there's
Habitatual, isn't that an inhaler thing?
That's
That's
albuterol.
bitterol.
Oh.
isn't
This podcast not brought to you by albuterol.
it? So, but if you are having weakness in your eyes or something else, or diarrhea or burning sensation in your crotch, go to the doctor.
Try no acetol.
No acid. So did they go up there to Mars and Elon's rocket, and then they drove in his?
They got there and he was there already.
And then they drove around in the Cybertruck.
The Cyber Rover, yeah.
That looks like I want one of those, by the way. But
We can't afford one of those,
No.
but
we need more Patreons.
Yeah, right.
Deb wants one of those just because it's ugly.
It is ugly. At first, I didn't like them, but have you seen the inside of them? Like I did a whole virtual thing online, but they're actually pretty cool.
They're like those pug dogs. They're so ugly
Oh,
and
yeah?
cute.
The thing about it is with me, I don't know, because you can't. A lot of places where you take it to go get they won't take it in a car wash. You know,
That's
so
why
I was
you
like,
It just
Yeah,
wash
Wash it yourself.
what?
Don't be lazy. Be one with the
Bro,
Cybertruck.
it's all
Bro,
just like
no.
flat panels. It's not like you had to get a nook and crannies and all that.
If I'm making enough, if you know, God provides me enough to make that much cash that I could afford a Cybertruck, I'm not washing that mug by hand. I'm having
Cobweb,
Take it to the car wash and take someone with you, and then watch them wash it.
that's the new Cobweb t-shirt. That's the new Cobweb t-shirt. If I got a Cybertruck, I don't give a cyber fuck.
You ain't lying. They'll say on the front and the back.
Oh, Josh.
If I get a
shit. Here we go,
Cybertruck
here
on the
we
back,
go.
I don't give a
picture
fuck.
of one of those the toy ones, the kids. Have you seen those, Cop?
No, I haven't.
They made the Cybertrucks. You know the
Like the Power Wheels.
power wheels that they have for kids. They have it. They on the website for Tesla.
You can buy an official Power Wheels type
Cybertruck.
Cybertruck for your kids. It's like-
So you get a picture of one of those and put Cobb in it, and then on the bottom, if I have a Cybertruck, I'll give it.
Deb, don't be giving out the good ideas like that. We just need to see. Cobweb makes all those gifs or gifs, depending on where in the world you are, gifs, and he always puts our faces on stuff like that. Don't be giving out the secrets when I'm putting full body pictures of. Yeah, rewind that shit. Rewind.
Yeah, there you go.
I did not say anything. I did not say anything.
So back to what we were saying before
Right.
everybody got all
What's-
cyber crazy. They're trying to bring oxygen and a proper temperature and whatnot to Mars, and they're 84% ready. And see, that was cool that they pointed it out, because they're out there and they're like, oh, well, where's your breathers at? And then every now and then they were just like, just one little sip of oxygen. That's
Right.
all you
They
need.
were vaccine.
The headaches will go away about after 2 months. You won't
Yeah.
notice the headaches anymore.
You'll get used to the lack of oxygen and the one sip of pure oxygen every hour. You'll be all right.
They'll just go away after 2 hours. You won't even notice the headaches. You won't even notice them.
I'm gonna say this right now. This movie,
That's what they said.
It's more of a sci-fi film.
Then a horror.
I remember watching it way back in the day, and there's another movie. This is not the movie I thought it was, to be honest with you.
These are not the droids.
These are not the droids you're looking for. There's another movie where it's mostly with a red lens over the screen, and there's like a ghost, like an actual ghost type thing, more horror than this one. I can't remember what it is, but I will find it. But I'll say right now, I enjoyed watching this movie.
It was all right. It was decent. I mean, it had Ice Cube in it. I mean, it wasn't like they spent a lot of money on the fight scenes. You know, they were.
I need to look this up. What was Cube's first movie?
His first movie?
I
think
Josh
it's Boys in
said
the
I
Hood.
had seen this movie before, but I don't remember seeing this movie. But
Yeah, oh my gosh. He was killing me with that tight shirt on. With the no sleeves, he was killing me.
oh, why?
He was keeping it hip hop.
He was trying to get, he had to buff up for this movie because he's such a badass in this movie. Because he went on like this. They tried to make Ice Cube like a sports, not a sports, but an action hero for a while. You know, he did this flick, and then he did another flick where he was like,
Trespass.
yep. And then he did another one. He did a few of them when he was like
See, this is what
When was Boys in the Hood?
1991.
What other movies did he do that he was an action hero
He
in?
did
He did like a
Trespass.
few.
No, but that makes me kind of sad because he did Boys in the Hood in 1991, right? He
Mhm.
did Glass Shield. He did Higher Learning.
Oh yeah.
He did Friday,
Damn.
Yep.
Dangerous Ground.
Is that the one with Michelle Pfeiffer?
No.
Oh.
Anaconda.
Yeah, with J Lo.
What the hell?
That's the one with Jennifer Lopez.
Players Club. I got the hookup. Three Kings. No, hombre. He did
Oh,
Three
yeah.
Kings.
Dollar Bill.
Three Kings is the
a-
shit.
Yeah, it's a badass movie.
Three
Yeah, I
Kings
haven't
is
seen
the
that in a
shit.
long time.
Thicker Than Water. I don't think I've ever seen that. He did Next Friday. See,
Yeah.
now, this is making me mad. He did all these before he did Ghost of Mars. And hey, Cube, don't be at me about it or anything like that. But the acting in Ghost of Mars seemed like it was his first film. I'm just saying.
I
But
think
it
it's
wasn't
like
that
this.
movie.
Well, there's
I
probably
like the movie. I'm just saying Cube seemed, a little new movie-ish.
you know what? At this point in time, what Q was doing was he was stacking paper as much as he could, doing as many movies as he could to get his own production company off. That's
Hey,
why he was
respect-
doing.
respect.
Yeah. That's why he did so many of these movies that you
Does
like.
he have
Really?
his own?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cube Vision or something else like that. Remember,
Like,
he had
yeah.
did that one show. He had that one TV show when he turned this black family white and his white family black.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy as fuck. I think they took it all quick because that shit was fucking with people's heads. He had got these makeup. It was crazy as fuck. They got this makeup artist and he turned this white family and they made them mugs black, and then they did the same thing to the white family. The black family made them white, and they went around and was like doing shit like they would normally do, and seeing what would happen. Like the one chick, the one black chick, who was really white, she went in to go apply for a job, and the guy told her, no, we're not hiring. And then the white chick that was really black came in, and she said, he said, yeah, you can start tonight.
Sounds like a Chappelle bit.
Yeah.
No, this was for real, bro.
I
For
believe
real,
you.
like,
I
why
believe you. I'm
swap?
just.
It was just crazy, man. Because it was like sometimes was like they had encountered like some racial shit,
See,
and
that whole thing is racist. I'm gonna say that right now.
it's a racist show. That's why they took that motherfucker off the air. I think they only had like 4 episodes of that shit.
I find it offensive that young brother C. Thomas Howell was ostracized from society for doing Soul Man,
Right.
which had a lot of heart to it.
And Cube did this shit, right? But it
And
was
it's
an
okay for Ice
experiment.
Cube to
That's
do
what he
this.
said. It was a reality experiment.
Have you seen Soul Man?
Oh man, I saw that junk like back in 19 Man. Right on HBO, whack ass shit.
Back in the 1900s.
He didn't even look black.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
He didn't.
It was bad blackface and all that.
God,
And
man.
I'm trying to do stuff for jokes, but oh, you know what? I can make jokes like that now. It's okay.
yeah.
It's okay.
Did we tell them?
I thought this was your safe space, so you always could.
Well, I mean, I always could, but I mean, now morally and ethically, I can do that.
Okay.
My North African DNA trace came back on my.
What?
Yes.
My brother.
Yes, sir. North African, not South African. North African.
That's what I'm talking about. My brother and my sisters.
Yep.
It was
together.
it was 2%, but
That's
needless
all right.
to say, it counts.
I'll let you guys know about the ongoing the picnics. You know what I'm saying? When we have like, you get invited to a black family picnic or some shit like that.
Been there,
There's
done
reasons
that.
why we do that
Been
because,
again.
there's, oh, I'm sorry. I can't take too much.
Don't be letting it out.
Right. That's code,
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like the Eddie Murphy movie when he went white. When
Which
he did
one
it on
was that?
Saturday Night Live.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, the skit. Yeah.
What, Deb? What do you got?
I looked up the Ice Cube thing, and it was a documentary. It was a six.
Oh shit.
It was in 2006. It was a 6-part documentary series on FX. It was called Black Period, White Period.
Oh.
Exploring the experiences of white and black families living in Los Angeles and featuring them wearing blackface and whiteface respectively, and which drew considerable criticism for its portrayal of race.
That shit got motherfuckers heated.
I'm gonna say one thing. When it comes to some race stuff, there's a lot of stereotypes on all sides of the picture, and that's because they're true. And then
It is.
and then at the same time, some of those are stretched out and blown up more just because of society and comedy, and then not only comedy, but then just why are we getting all deep and shit?
Because it's all about ghosts on Mars, because we still don't know why these motherfuckers was moving up to Mars. What the fuck was good enough for Mars? This place looks like shit. It looked like shit. Why would you want to live there?
But that's why they were terraforming it. They're getting it ready, because I'll tell you exactly why. This past week was my birthday, right?
Yep.
And
Happy belated. Happy belated.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I had like 4 different parties, and we went to one of my friend's house who's like on the really, really, really good side of town and all that, right? But there's been so much construction out there. There's so many people out there that me and Deb are driving out there, and this one motherfucker cuts us off in an Escalade. And then, of course, he's got his military, what he used to be in the military, on the back of his Escalade, all cheap ass vinyl and shit. It's like, oh, that's all you ever were? That's all that you became of yourself? You just be a sticker on the back of your car? That's all you did?
Don't get us wrong.
It's an Escalade, man. Come on, bro.
I am from a military family. I'm pro-military. Deb's, however she is about military. But I'm saying this one motherfucker, that's all he did in life. That's all he could do. That's all he could remember to put on his Escalade. Oh, I was in the whatever. Fuck you, guy. Anyways, what I'm saying was there's too many motherfuckers down that road heading out there to that part of town and shit. And that's why I'm like, I'll go to Mars. I don't need to be around all these motherfuckers.
Yep, me too.
All right, so we now understand why now. That's why they went there, to get rid of just to get the fuck away from these other motherfuckers here on Earth. Okay, we're gonna try something different.
Yes.
All right, so this is the part that I don't understand. Girl was hot.
The almost lesbian love scene between Pam Grier and Natasha Henstridge.
When did they have this?
All of this, you remember that part?
There's important parts of the movie. You got to remember.
I don't remember that part when there was some lesbian
Before they
scene
got
with them
onto
too.
the-
When she was taking her little pills to get high and all that.
Yeah.
And then Pam Grier comes in and she's like, I need you straight. And she's like, well,
They're getting dressed.
she's getting dressed and she's running her hand on her thigh and all that. And then Natasha says, she goes, oh, I'm straight, the straightest there is. And then Pam Grier's like, that's a shame. And I was like, that's a shame.
Oh wow, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, hey, there you go. I mean,
Completely
she
missed
could-
out. That's why
she
this
could make-
$28 million made movie only made $14 million, because if you would have put that scene in there. I'm just
let me
saying,
tell you something right now.
movie level, not hardcore level, just regular R-rated movie. This movie's R anyways, ain't it?
Pam Grier is fine enough to turn any chick a lesbian. Okay. I'm sorry. She has that. She's been getting it done for a very long time. A
Oh,
very long time. That is
Pam
coffee.
Grier.
Yeah.
she
Pam
looked
Grier
badass in this movie.
She
I
was
love
bad.
that-
She looks great.
Oh, she was wearing.
So let's get back to the movie. Hold on. Are we even recording? Yeah, we're recording.
Oh, that is.
That would have sucked.
I know, right?
Like, oh, God.
So they're trying to
Remember what
terraform
we said.
they're trying to terraform the planet, right? And then this police squad, they're not like an elite police squad, they're just like Mars police. Oh, and in this movie, and John Carpenter did it this way, they don't have a patriarchy like in the Barbie movie where they talk about how men rule the world and all that. It's a Beyonce verse. Who runs the world? Girls. It's a matriarchy.
Yeah, it's kind of like yeah, I guess you could say that.
The
yeah.
reason and it's funny because Pam Grier even says that, because they're like, oh, we have the new Sergeant Jericho Butler, Jason Statham. It would have been nice if we would have got 2 tough girls. She says that, but anyway, so the reason they did that was that way you wouldn't have to build up how tough Melanie Ballard, Lieutenant Melanie Ballard, which is Natasha Henstridge, you didn't have to build up the female characters. You just knew they were tough because it was a matriarchy already. That's what they said.
Okay, I can deal with that because she was pretty badass.
Yeah, she was. Which they
She was
could have
badass.
made her badass. Look at Aliens. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you know these people nowadays, you got to give them a reason for every damn thing. You
Bro,
know,
that was 24 years ago.
they
When people
motherfuckers
understood.
ain't changed not one damn bit. They still do the same damn shit.
Okay.
They
I
learn.
get it.
Oh man. So when they got off that train and they started splitting up, and it didn't make too much sense to me. I thought they should have went in pairs all the time with everything. You know, it didn't seem like they had really too much tactical sense in what they were planning or something like that. Because when they stepped off and she said, like, where is everybody? Why did it take them so long to figure that out? I mean, when
Yeah,
you walked
but-
off that plane, you saw in the train, you was like, there's nobody out fucking here.
So at first, I knew you were going to say that. And I was thinking to myself, well, they're on Mars. There's not that many people out on Mars. But as soon as they get off the train, like you said, they're like, where's everybody at? It's Friday night. Everybody's paycheck came in. So right now they should be out gambling and in the bars and hooking up at the whorehouses.
Yeah.
She says something along the lines of that. So as soon as they noticed, hey, it's a ghost town, not like, hey, it's Mars and it's a ghost town because we're on Mars, but they're, take Mars out of it altogether. As soon as they notice, and they're like, oh, well, I'm just going to go over here. You guys go over there.
Right. You at that point, you're on red alert. You're on red freaking alert, and we're all going to stick together till we figure out what the fuck is going on. Okay.
Yeah.
As I can say, that's why Pam Grier left early in this movie, because she was not giving out right instructions. I'm just
Sorry,
saying.
bro, but you said it, so now I gotta. You hear it?
Yeah, I hear that.
Okay. I can't hear Red Alert without thinking of Transformers and DJ Laz.
Oh my god.
You're lucky
I
I
don't
don't have to hear
know
the whole
I don't know
song.
even know who DJ Laz is. but it's okay though. I just having a brain freeze on that. I don't know.
You don't know who DJ Laz is?
No, I don't know who DJ Laz is.
Oh my God, bro.
Is he a down south thing?
Nah,
Ghost on Mars. Ghost on Mars.
Hold on, wait, one more. Oh yeah, here we go.
We gonna shut him down. Y'all thought we killed him with the last one? Ow! Remix.
Oh shit, remix.
DS Brothers, Flow Rider, Whole Boy, Live a Lot, DJ Laz. I wanna see a move, shake the shit, now drop what your mama said.
You don't know that?
No, man, I don't know none of that shit.
Oh my God, bro, that's cruising downtown, windows down, cranked all the way up, Fosgate's in the back.
Hey, we don't do that in the shot. We don't cruise around like that in Chicago. Bumping that. That's just us. That's just us in Chicago. So when they split up, I do like the. You know what I do like about this movie? Like when they had they gave you like a different point of view every single time. Like when they split up and they said, "What happened with your story?" and then they would go off and show you like what the last thing that happened in detail about what they got and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Exactly. Not only do they split into separate tangents and you see what happens at those different times, then they flash back with it also, which was kind of trippy.
Yeah,
like this whole movie was a flashback type thing.
Exactly. The movie starts out where you're finding out that only she survived. Natasha, whatchamacallit.
Yeah, that's kind of a spoiler alert.
Oops, they've been warned.
Well, not from you, from the movie. They spoiled the movie right off the get-go. They're like, oh, okay, she survived. Okay, so...
What happened to the rest of the people?
Exactly. With her drug addict ass.
There's a twist.
But wait, there's more. No, I was kind of sad the way that Pam Grier got it off camera. They could have at least killed her on screen.
Yeah, she didn't have no death scene. All you do is just see her face on their head on the spike. Now, when I saw old dude, I thought he waited too long to run. Okay, when he was down there and I saw that shit, I think he was down there too long with all that shit because I would have been up a lot sooner. Okay, right. This radio shit, yeah, I'd have been sending the signal as I'm running back. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, you're getting clearer and clearer. That's because I'm standing next to you.
So as they break off into different, it was Jericho, Jason Statham. He was the one that saw her head, right?
Yeah.
See, and since he was new into the action scene and all that, and he had his bad hair and all that, they let him get kind of punked out. You know what I mean? So I guess that's why he could be dumb and not leave ahead of time and get all scared when he saw her head cut off instead of being the battle hard military guy and just we mourn later on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like this character a bit, you know, because what the thing about it is if you knew how good he was going to be now, you would be like, you kind of disappointed that you didn't have that option of him of acting in. It's like they didn't get as much out of him that they probably could have because of his skill level was so higher than what it was in this, they gave him in this movie. He could have did a better, I think that the director was kind of like undershot. I mean, be honest with you. Come on, dude. They ended this movie like 3 times. And shit, This movie had 3 different endings. Okay. They couldn't figure out how to end this motherfucking movie.
3 different places. It could just so the viewers know.
Yeah. They could have ended this movie. They could not figure out how to end this movie. They could not.
I agree 100%.
They went for like the first one and then they're like, oh wait, we could add this on there.
Yeah.
And then they went to the next part and then they're like, oh, we can add this part.
Yes.
Right. Now, here's something. Okay, when they go there and they find all those bodies, right, hanging with their heads cut off, right, and they know that that's what Cube did, they say, well, that's what they arrested him for doing.
Right.
At that point, I don't understand why they were still treating him like a prisoner at all. They still had like that concept like you're still a prisoner. At that point, you kind of realize like, look, no, he's not a prisoner. This is just some bullshit. I don't understand why would you even go that route?
Political statement they're making, because she even says, I trust you, but I have to do my duty. It is my job. Who cares that an entire fucking outpost, platoon of people are dead with their heads cut off, hung upside down, and now they're doing Night of the Living Dead returns, shoving glass through their face and having spikes and eating each other and killing each other and all that. I'm just gonna do my duty as a police officer and bring in Desolation Williams. That's kind of a good name, Desolation.
It was
Williams.
a good name. I mean, it didn't take long for them to leave his ass alone before he had the upper hand on that whole damn situation. You know.
I wanted to call him Desolation Jones just because of Friday. Just that would have been nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's Desolation, man.
Craig Jones, but I'm just saying. But Desolation Jones is the Desolation Williams. But there's neither here nor there.
He was badass because she left him alone. They left him alone with them for like 5-6 minutes or something. She come back. He already got the gun, ran off.
What was up with that other blonde one that was just shooting people? So here's the thing. So because they're terraforming the previous, you're right, Deb?
Yeah.
The previous people or whatever that lived there on Mars, apparently they died and went into the cold ground or whatever. Now that they're terraforming and raising the temperature or making the temperature inhabitable and all that, and oxygen, now the ghosts are alive and awake, and they're taking over the bodies of the terraformers. And one of the things that I didn't like was they know that as soon as if you're possessed and you kill that person, now the ghost is out and about deciding to pick whoever it wants.
Yeah, that was stupid. Like when she shot that one, why would she even shoot that guy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
she
saying?
was far away from him. He wasn't even there. It wasn't like he attacked her and she was like, and then shoots him. And then, I mean, she's literally just being a dumb, quote unquote, dumb cop.
Yeah.
Shooting.
Yeah, see, like they had that with the doctor, right? When they found her in the cell, right? Locked up and shit like that. And they, in her fucking little bullshit, like, oh, this is the safest place. Okay, you need to start talking, bitch. I mean, like straight up, she was on some bullshit. She's just sitting up there acting like she don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know. But yet I'm the one that released this virus into the freaking atmosphere of Mars that's ready to get everybody killed. But I don't know what's going on. I have no clue at all. Hot air balloon story. I crashed in a hot air balloon. Get the fuck out of here.
The graphics on that were pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
She had a hot air balloon and crashed. Who rides a hot air balloon around in Mars? Okay, come on.
The Wizard of Oz?
Right, it's like the Wizard of Oz meets freaking Martians, ghosts and shit. That's what we got.
So, needless to say, you just find out that Ice Cube was just a badass that just wants to be on his own. He's got his crew of Uno, Dos, and Tres. That's his brother and his two friends, Uno, Dos, and Tres.
I love them.
Did you know that Ice Cube and Dos had been in a movie together before?
Friday 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Friday
Little Joker.
Yeah, he was Little Joker.
The funny thing was the little guy was Big Joker. And the big guy, which is Dos, was Lil Joker.
No more locked doors.
Wait. I don't even like Houdini. What was
you said Houdini. Now I gotta find. No, I'm sorry.
Right, what was up with this fool in that damn part when he was trying to open that damn can with that machete? What
he was trying to show off in front of her. He's like, oh yeah, hold on. Then he has a little rebreather that has, I forgot what they call them, and you get high off of it too. And he chops the top of that can off on his thumb, and he's like,
he's still sitting over there smelling that shit, inhaling this shit, like, I'm gonna be okay. They all laughed at his ass when he cut off his damn thumb. Who does that with a machete? I mean, he literally put the can in his thumb right in his, I mean.
He might as well have lined it up like,
Yeah, that was some Three Stooges shit.
What I can do. Yeah, I could chop my finger off.
Oh shit! What's that game that you play where you stick your hand out and you go around with the knife and shit?
I don't know what it's called, but I have stabbed myself I don't know how many times.
doing that?
Yeah.
Shit.
When you get all the way up into full speed and shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You're doing too much. Doing way too much.
Oh
But hey,
shit!
you know.
Natasha Henstridge is doing I was like, what has she done lately? She's been working. She's been working constantly. Little things here and there.
For me lately.
And you know what would trips me out is these doggone ninja
Zombie
zombies.
ghosts?
Yeah, the ninja ones, the ones that can throw buzz saws or something like that.
Dude.
Blades.
That was crazy.
Like ninja stars.
Hit old boy in the neck, cut his whole head off. Then he cut what's her
Right.
name, inner thigh.
They were dangerous with them things, you know, because that junk looked like it hurt when they was doing those piercings on their face. They was just like it wasn't nothing, you know.
Just-
it was just like
Oh,
they
that
had like
one
no.
girl who she just put it in. Oh,
Return of the Living Dead. Yup.
Oh,
I need to bring y'all up on some zombie movie knowledge.
We need to watch that. We need to pot that one.
Yes. So, anyways, like I was saying, Natasha Henstridge is the fairy godmother in Cinderella's Revenge, a solo pod that I'm gonna take upon myself to do.
I watched Cinderella's Revenge.
This motherfucker.
I did. We watched it a couple weeks ago. I actually enjoyed Cinderella's Revenge.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry, it was a good movie.
Shit.
You know, it is what it is. You know, it's funny. You know, it's funny. It's not scary. It's just fun.
Have
You
you
know,
seen
you got to
the-
take it with a grain of salt.
What,
you know?
Cinderella's Revenge?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, it's more. It's funny. I like
we,
it.
we find out Uno is the brother of Desolation,
Yeah,
and then Tres is just like the friend, the not high friend.
yeah. Those dudes right there, man, because they got the jump on them pretty quick. You know, and they started taking over and everything like that. But old dude was talking that shit to old girl, and she whooped his ass. You know, she was like, "Q said, you agree that we gonna be?" Because how they locked him in the cell, and they all came walking in the cell like, "Hey, what's good, man? I missed you. Then they just shut the door on their asses. Dumbass. Oh man. So, explain this to me.
Uh-oh.
Explaining this to me because I don't understand. Why did they leave to go catch the train
Mm-hmm.
if they didn't know if the train was there?
Well, because
I
it
don't
was
know.
supposed to have been there.
And they see that's the thing though. They reached out to them and talked to them on the radio. So all they had to do was say, "Hey, look, we're in this fortified bunker." I agree with Cobb. We're in a fortified bunker right now. Let us know when you're 3 minutes out.
Right.
And then just wait till they get the call. Not like, all right, they're going to be here in 45 seconds. Let's go out. And then as you can see the train station all the way from where they were leaving, and you can see that there was no big ass train there.
Right. It wasn't like you couldn't see the train from the bunker.
Yeah. I'm
And
not
then
saying
here's
for the train to show up and then wait there and get attacked or anything like that. But hey, you're 5 minutes out. All right, we'll meet you there.
Now here's something else. Explain this to me. Why in the hell did they, when they were up there and they saw the train wasn't there, why did they start going down there and fighting them motherfuckers and shit like that? Why wouldn't they just take the high ground and just start picking them off as they were on the top of the hill? I mean, it would make
Because
sense. You're
they-
on the
they-
top of the hill. You could just shoot down at them as they're coming up.
They were not top flight security of the world, Craig. That's why.
They were low.
And Q with these Tech 9s, right? Was that the guns that he had or something? Which one is that he had? He's got like one in both arms and he's going down like shooting both in both directions, you know, and
Yeah.
that was so fucking cheap. That was so fucking cheap. That and his fucking chrome ass guns. Where did he get them fucking chrome ass guns from? He played us up.
Bro.
He played us up on that.
Bro. He had to go out styling at the end of the movie, and Lieutenant Melanie Ballard's kind of like on they're trying to figure out what goes on and all that. They're in the main town now that she's safe and all that. Then as she's sitting there waiting for them to deliberate on what happens. You hear explosions and all that, and then now you're figuring out, oh, now the main town on Mars is getting infected by the ghost of Mars that were frozen in ice. What do we do? How do we get away from these ghosts? Apparently ice works.
Fucking dumbass.
And then the door gets kicked in, and there's Cube in a brand new outfit, long like Matrix coat,
Right.
You know what? I didn't understand.
chrome plated machine guns, throws one to her, gives her the little wink. Like, so we're gonna hook up after this, or what? What didn't you understand, Deb?
Like, why did they, when they were on the train, right, and they left, and then she's like, we gotta go back. I thought
Bullshit, exactly.
I thought when she said I gotta go back, I thought she wanted to go back because they forgot somebody, or she felt bad because she's like, I gotta go back. Why didn't they just fucking take off and then get ready at the next town? Because apparently they ended up going to the next town anyway. So she just lost all her people for nothing.
Yeah.
Right. Why wouldn't you just get on the train and like, look, we need to go back and get some reinforcements. Okay, for this shit. Okay, you had everybody was on the train. You could have got off. You could have got some more help and let the other authorities do. No, we're good enough. Us 3-4 people here are going to be able to take out this whole town of fucking miners that are crazy with fucking red PCP ghosts. Shit. Fuck that.
Now, to those people who listen but don't hear, when he says miners, because they're digging in a mine. They are working in a mine.
They're coal miners.
Coal miners. Oh, mine workers. That's what we're gonna say from now on. You gotta be careful when you say miners on the internet.
Why? Why?
Because what's this? Yes. Mine workers. They were mine workers.
Yeah, but that didn't
I blame it on uno, dos, and tres. Because they didn't properly describe, hey, wind, the power of wind and the speed of clouds moving during a storm is what these ghosts do.
They knew that it was, they had sandstorms out there on Mars. They kept saying it.
When they showed the mine workers down there on the bottom of the what do you call it? The stone
gravel
quarry in the quarry, and then all of a sudden here comes, at the speed of a storm, a whole bunch of fucking clouds, and it goes whoop, and it rushes into them, and then they become PCP ghost zombies.
Yeah, on that bullshit.
So there's no blocking them. There's no whatever. They should have just been like, hey, we just need to get out, leave, and find somewhere that's airtight and apparently cold.
Like, get off this fucking planet.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's go get on another ship, or like jump into a freezer. Jump into a meat freezer. That's all you gotta do.
I wonder how long it takes. I mean, if they don't have any hosts, how long would that be? Well, I guess they would probably just be waiting around. They were waiting down there in that doggone cave for millions of years. It just keep waiting around till they found a body or a host.
But they didn't activate. Wonder Twin powers activate. They didn't activate until it started warming up and they got some kind of breathable air. So the ghost needed to breathe breathable air, and it needed to warm up. They needed a Hawaiian vacation to wake up.
Please. All right, man.
Yeah,
I don't have anything else for this movie. This movie.
Wait a minute. Do you hear that?
What?
Deb, do you hear that?
No.
Cobweb's blood pressure. No, wait. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, now is the time for the calculator of doom, the motherfucking calculator of doom, la calculadora de doom, where we rate the movie from a 0 to a 10, 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. Anything over 5 is like, I'm gonna see it again. So, who's going first for Ghost of Mars, the 2001 Ice Cube, chromed out gun action fest?
I'll go first.
Híjole, Deb, I'll go first. Go for it.
I give this movie an 8.
What the?
I really like this movie. It had my attention.
Because of Jason Statham.
No, kind of, but it had my attention the whole time. The only thing that I didn't like was the whole thing that she had to go back and be like, we have to go back. It's like, no, just go. You like think first before you do your stuff. So you were ready. You already had a good amount of people with you. You just went, told the next town, hey, this is what happened. They're coming. They're coming. You know they're gonna come for you. And then you're ready. And then you'll be ready at the next town. You'll be ready for them with a whole bunch of other people. And that's what that's the only thing I didn't like about this movie.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a crucial part, the ending.
Deborah's breakdown of what she liked right now reminded me of
Coming to take me away.
I got on my... Well, you left me...
You know that song?
My mind.
No.
That's her review reminded me they're coming to take me away. Haha.
Why?
Hee hee.
Do I drive you crazy?
She drives me crazy.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Cobb, would you like to go next or should I? It's up to you.
I got it, man. I got it. I give this movie a 7 because this wasn't my first time seeing it. You know, I've seen it this is probably maybe my 3rd time actually seeing this movie. I didn't like Ice Cube's afro in this movie. I thought it was bad. You know, that's why he's not getting a higher score, because that fucked up ass afro. I don't know. It looked like a helmet on his head, you know?
Maybe he liked it.
Damn.
I guess.
Desolation Jones. People in Desolation don't normally hit the barbershop all that often.
I knew he was growing his fro out for a while, but that shit didn't look right. It just didn't look right. You know, I just couldn't stop looking at it whenever I saw it throughout the movie. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Then
His huge fro like that, you know?
Then the afro did its job.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a distraction. It was a distraction. I did like how they portrayed old girl. I thought she was pretty cool. I did like how they had when they had poisoned when she had got the thing in her, and they gave her drugs, and it kicked the ghost out of her. So I thought it had a pretty decent story, honestly, tell the truth. I just think that it was just it was his fro, man. I just didn't like his fro. You get a 7.
He lost 3 points for his fro.
Lost 3 points. So you gave it a 7.
Yes.
All right. So it's rare that Cobweb and I agree so wholeheartly on a score.
You didn't like his afro either?
Well, I'm going to give it a 7 because Q wasn't lined up right. It had nothing to do with his hair. Had nothing to do with his hair.
Well, you said we don't.
True.
We don't agree that much, so that has to be you agree.
I agree on giving the movie a 7. It's fun to watch. I'm gonna watch it again. It's not the movie that I was thinking of, though. That's the problem. So I got to figure out what the movie I was thinking about is or whatever, so I can go see that movie.
So we weren't supposed to even watch this movie this week.
Basically, yeah. When I put
hell?
it in the group, I was like, "Goes to Mars." That's because it wasn't the movie that I was thinking of.
They're coming to take me away.
Haha, ho ho, hee hee, to the funny farm. Oh, you can't say funny farm no more.
What?
Yeah.
What?
No.
What if there's a whole bunch of comedians in a farm?
They're all funny.
And it's a funny farm.
She's got a point, Josh.
Don't be instigating her.
If there were some sad clowns there, then it'd be a sad farm.
It's so simplistic that it's true. Oh man. So what's
I that. As long as it's not a whole bunch of eggs frying.
Oh, this one.
There it goes. Now you're making me hungry.
Bro, I hope the audio comes out on the podcast. We've had some audio routing issues lately, but I hope you can hear that bacon fat frying of cold eggs. Oh man!
So
Every time I hear that sound effect, that sound effect, it reminds me of like a commercial for Denny's or some shit. This podcast not brought to you by Denny's.
Oh yeah. It's Waffle House. It might be though.
Oh, Waffle House. Why
I did not hear any punches being thrown or whatever during that eggs frying.
Oh, it's just the applause, so you don't hear the punches thrown.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
what we
so
got for our
the final score, as given by the cast of the podcast, cast of the podcast, Cobweb, Deb, and myself. Altogether, we give the movie a rating of 7. Ghost of Mars, the 2001 R-rated 1 hour 38-minute masterpiece. Gets a 7. There's nothing to cry about. Nothing.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm cool with that. I mean, I think that's about right, honestly, tell the truth, for this movie. I'm down with that.
Yeah. So, Deb and I are definitely not on our way to Dairy Queen to get some crispy tacos right now.
For Taco Tuesday.
Tacos.
Oh, nice. Hey, so we do have a new Patreon member, Crystal, this week. And as far as I know, she is really enjoying the Patreon. She's been going back, listening to episodes, doing all that stuff and everything else like that. And, maybe if there's somebody else out there that's just thinking about coming over to the Patreon, just let Cobweb know. And maybe I'll send you, I'm still sending out, subscriptions for a month out here, for somebody that really want to give it a shot. And besides, then you can vote on the new t-shirt.
Oh, no, well, it's not a voting thing. I have an idea which might cost a few bucks, and all the money that's come in from the Patrons in a separate account, and it's probably going to drain all that and still cost us a couple of bucks afterwards. But still, needless to say,
we not really understand.
Oh man! Big shout out to our Patreon Club 3P people, all of you.
Right? Hey, one more thing. Hey, you got that? So you guys got the movie, right?
I'm gonna do. Yeah, pass it over this way. Can I show that it's been signed?
Yeah.
So the Pater Noster and the Mission of Light. So we're not going to talk about it here because I want to talk about it. I don't know if I should record it by myself or you want to hear mine and Deb's reaction about it next time on another pod.
Oh, that's a Patreon exclusive, my friend.
There you go. Okay, we'll do that. But all right. So I think we're done here. You hear the dogs barking, Deb?
Yeah.
We got to find out what's going on.
All right, yeah. And it's, Taco Tuesday, guys.
Oh, not that there's dogs in our studio, because we're in a studio. Yeah.
No, they're outside the perimeter.
The perimeter.
They're guarding.
And that's definitely a real 400-gallon fish tank behind me, not the Roku screensaver.
Honestly, tell the truth, I really thought it was. I had no clue. I thought that really was a fish tank. My dumb ass. I'm like Josh over there living lice.
Balling. You know what the funny thing is? That's a 60-inch screen TV.
Right.
And not too long ago, if you had a 60-inch screen TV, you were set.
Yeah.
Man, what kind of money are you making? And now you can go to these Mart type stores. I'm not going to say what Mart or anything like that, and get a 60-inch screen TV for like $2, $3. That's some shit.
No, it's not that expensive anymore.
I mean, that's cool. But then at the same time, I mean, you definitely lose baller status.
I got a friend at my gig. He's got like an 85-inch TV at his crib. I'm like, what? I was like, your house, your wall. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, we're just trying to watch TV, man. 85-inch TV.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Mm-hmm. But all right, so this has been. I forgot the name of the movie now. Ghost of Mars for the Cast the Pod podcast. It's like deja vu. Like I tried to end it before.
Just like the movie. They tried to end it 3 times.
Yeah, we're going to another section of it. We're separating. Yeah.
It's true.
No. But all right. So until next time, I'm Josh.
I'm Cobweb.
And I'm Deb.
We are the Cast of the Pod podcast. Thank you for listening. You have been warned. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Love you guys. See you in the funny papers.
Ha ha, ho ho, hee hee.